heard the story of a man who invoked the spirit of his late brother to destroy his late brother's wife and children because of property. When I heard this story from a friend who hails from that village, I was shocked. I asked him how it was possible that a man would go to the grave, yard of a man who has died, offer sacrifices, lift his hands, and pray to the spirit of his brother to arise and destroy his brother's wife and children, just because he wants to inherit properties he did not work for. The friend who told me this story said to me, "Speed, this family needs your help, and they need it fast. This is why. I've come to you to find a way to go to that village and fight the spirit that has been rising from the underworld." You mean the man's spirit eventually arose to do what he was told to do? According to the family of the woman, yes. They have been hearing strange noises in their house. Strange beings have been walking around. They have been hearing laughter coming from parts of the rooms that are empty. They have been seeing catastrophes happening to them frequently. 2 days ago, the daughter of the woman, who was carrying hot water in a pot, slipped and fell in the house. The hot water poured on both hands and currently receiving treatment. I shouted. I kept imagining the sight of it. I kept imagining the damage the water would have on the girl. Was the burn severe? Tell me, is she fine? It burned her both hands very well, but God was merciful the water didn't touch her face. I froze, my hands folded to my chest. He continued. Her son, while coming back from the hospital on his motorbike, ran into a pit just like that. Broad daylight. God was so merciful that the upcoming cars stepped on their brakes, just in time to help him. Huh, I exclaimed. The firstborn is scared to come out of the house presently. The mother has refused him to step out. The family is full of fear right now. Everybody is scared of what may befall them. Speed. It is already clear that the spirit of their late brother is awake and fighting. I sat down on the sofa. I want to understand something. These brothers are from the same family? Yes, they are 3 brothers. 2 are in the village while 1 left the village to Lagos and made money. According to the story, the 2 brothers in the village sacrificed for the 3rd burn. To go to Lagos, they sponsored him with their money. But the brother dissociated himself from them all after he got married. Why? According to them, they have to change their evil ways before he accepts them. One of the brothers, who was a very strong spiritual man in that village, died. He happens to be the firstborn. Shortly after, the rich man died as well. That is the 3rd born. So it is the 2nd born now that is after the wealth of the 3rd. Born's wife and children. Speed, currently. The 2nd born has taken over the shrine, and he is now the Dibia. He possesses strong spiritual powers, but he is using the spirit of her late husband and that of the 1st, born to attack the wife and children. That's 2 in 1. He has sworn to stop at nothing until they are dead. Speed, they need you. Many people kept asking why the spirit of a man who loved his family so much would be used by another man to torment his family. It is very possible, oh dear, especially when the diabolical method used to summon and control that spirit is very, very strong. In this case, the brother who had summoned his elder brother and the spirit of the late woman's husband to destroy the wife and children was a very strong Dibia in that village. After weighing in on my options, I discovered I would need strong spiritual preparations to embark on that journey, which includes prayers. I would need to get different kinds of spiritual herbs. One of the herbs can stop a spirit from dwelling in a place. Another is also used to capture the spirit and send him back to where he had come from. If properly used, it can be used to summon a spirit and make him take certain actions. It is very easy to do, but hard to return them most times. Such herbs are rare and very expensive because they are found only in the deepest bush, but I don't lack those for emergency purposes. After checking to ensure I had the herbs in good quantity, I told my friend I was ready to help the family. But first, mirrors should be mounted at different angles of the apartment, mostly channels of entry and exit. Spirits do not like mirrors, but it can still be used as a portal. They avoid it as much as they can because once a spirit passes, a mirror you would be able to see that spirit's face and body. Through that mirror, I would be able to see the spirits that paraded in their house. I would also be able to tell which kind of spirit exists. 2 days later, I got my spiritual items and moved to the village. As I got into the village, I could feel darkness around. There was a strong evil moving around the atmosphere. I told my friend that the village was full of demonic activities and I could smell it. I got to the house of the victim, and when I entered the house, I saw the mounted mirrors on the wall. 17 large mirrors were hung in the house. I went outside and dropped the herbs on the door, entrance and window entrance, and some spot. I also dropped some on the grave of the woman's husband. just to stop him from running back to the grave, because if he does, my job will be strenuous. At about 1:15 a.m., which is significant spiritually, and knowing the house was now safe, I stood at the center of the sitting room, due to the available doorways, and commanded the spirits to show up. A mirror beside me shattered instantly. It was as if a bullet was shot in the mirror. Everyone scampered for safety. Get another mirror elsewhere and replace it there immediately. I screamed at one of the sons. He quickly dashed to his room and brought his mirror and hung it in the open space. I looked closely at the mirrors and saw the reflection of 6 dark beings, standing and pointing at me. Nami Offenduna? On the other mirrors, I saw a pale figure acting as though it was seriously digging something from the ground. On the other mirror, I saw the figure of a man with no teeth in his mouth. He was staring at me with a certain kind of fluid dripping from his mouth. I don't know what that was. This particular spirit was different from the rest. So I turned to the mirror and asked the figure, "Who are you and why are you still roaming in this house?" "This is my house and that is my wife." He pointed at the woman. "So you are her late husband?" He nodded his head. Truth is, most spirit once they die, they become empty while some have memories around them for a period of time, mostly if they died wrongly. Fear gripped the children when they discovered I was talking with their father, who had died but they couldn't see him. Why are you attacking your family? Why are you joining forces with the ones who want to destroy the only loved ones you have alive? Don't you want to see them alive? I wanna, but I am a messenger. From the way the ghost talked, I could tell he wasn't a spirit who would harm his family on purpose. He was gentle and talked very calmly with me. Some ghosts are deadly though. Some are lousy. Some are very quiet. I turned to the dark spirits. I saw something like a spiritual rope in their hands. They held it firmly. I looked closely to know where the rope was linking to. I traced it on the mirrors and discovered it linked to the neck of the spirit of the late husband. A very lanky rope, but powerful. I realized that the dark spirits I saw were powers controlling the spirit of her late husband. That was the reason he kept attacking his family. Help me so I can go and rest. Help me, please. What is he saying? The wife asked. He wants me to help him. He is being controlled by spiritual powers. Only him can save you and your children. I brought out my spiritual herbs and poured them on the floor, in front of the 6 mirrors where the spirits appeared. I recited the language of the spirits to scare them off. Instantly, I heard screams. The 6 mirrors fell from the wall and shattered. Before now, everybody ran and left me alone as if it was my battle. I turned to the mirror where the late husband appeared and discovered the rope on his neck had broken free. That was a great sign. I told the woman the matter was settled and her late husband would seek vengeance for her because tables were turned when I poured the herbs. I handed them the remaining herbs and instructed them to take them to the shrine of his brother. Pour it around there when you think he is asleep. These herbs will suck up all his powers and help your husband defeat them easily. She collected the herbs and thanked me. I traveled back to Abuja the next day. 9 days later, I received a call. The strong Dibia had fallen ill. It was a strange illness. His body was swelling. Then the wife said to me, "Speed, you know through the herbs you gave to us, we were able to set his shrine ablaze." A few days after I got that news, the man died. I was in my bathroom, bathing when I saw the spirit of her husband appear to me and vanished again, under milliseconds without a word. I knew he had come to say thank you and to signify that the battle was over. That was how they were all saved. Spiritual fights are not for canal minds. They are for spiritual people with physical solutions to spiritual matters. I work with herbs, which was a gift to me, and prayers, which is a necessity, and prayer is a must for all. My name is Speed. I have the rare ability to see, feel, and communicate with strange beings without any harm. Please subscribe for more educative real-life encounters, like this one, as I have many encounters with strangers of the world. That I will soon share with you all, but you can only get to see that if you subscribe. Thanks for subscribing.